Hey, welcome back. My guest this segment is Mark Selby, President and CEO of Royal Nickel Corp, trading on the TSX under the symbol RNX. Mark, welcome to our show.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so the big buzz, the big news is this big boulder that apparently grades 9,000 grams per ton gold.
Yep.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, we think a once in a lifetime discovery that we're going to find multiple times. We pull out 24,000 ounces of gold from the size of your living room.
That's incredible. So I'm assuming that there is a logical, geological explanation for all of this.
Yeah, no, we're quite lucky. The mine historically had found these high-grade high-grade gold specimens underneath the nickel contact. We're mining about 150 meters down where there's a sediment layer that goes across the entire property. And so for the first time in that layer is where we hit this 24,000 ounces.
Yeah.
And so we have the opportunity with 4 shears, multiple kilometers. There's lots of room to find a lot more of these living rooms.
So just to be clear,
Yeah.
this is you're mining for nickel.
Yeah, we bought this as a nickel mine, but we really like the exploration potential. That was what we bought it for, was the gold exploration potential.
Okay, so you're mining for nickel underground, you bump into vertical shears that are mineralized with gold.
Yep.
And you just decide, hey, let's take a look at that, and boom, you've got this massive gold.
Yeah. Well, we've been mining there for about 2 years.
Okay.
And so we had just got down to the level where these gold shears had existed historically. The sample I've got there, you'd pull out 500-600 ounces from underneath every little nickel sulfide lens, and it was being the first company down at this level anywhere in the district is where we hit the sulfide layer and found this 24,000 ounces. And
sure. Wow, so if I was to use some of those rudimentary calculators that are out there, which I have done, you keep coming up with a figure like 8 million ounces of gold, which I realize would be a forward-looking statement to get you to comment on.
Right.
But suffice to say, there is ample reason to be optimistic about continuing great mineralized pieces of gold like this showing up.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, either we got really, really lucky and hit the only 5 meters across 2 kilometers that had this gold, or we're going to find a lot more of it as we explore along that strike length. Then we've got 4 shears to be able to go and do the same thing again.
Okay.
To give you the idea, the potential is that rock there comes from 3 kilometers away from where we made this discovery.
Wow, that is promising. So are you fully capitalized? Is your mining operation profitable?
Yeah, so at this point in time, with the 24,000 ounces, that's going to deliver almost 35 million in cash.
Right.
We had warrant exercises this week, which we announced that there was another $8 million of cash in the treasury. So, we're fully cashed up, and we're going to be, doing lots of exploration.
What was the warrant exercise price?
50 cents.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains why there was such a rush up to $1.15 and
Yep.
lots of supply to bring it lower. But obviously, this is potentially a long-term development story now in a gold setting.
Yep.
That's born out of a nickel setting.
Yes.
That's really interesting. So, is there any reason why continuing nickel operations would interfere with pivoting to the gold exploitation?
Well, we've wound down most of the nickel already and focused most of the people on the gold to start with. So, that's we're going to just basically continue to focus on that high grade area. Hopefully, pull out ounces as we move forward, and then we'll drill those structures.
So, with minor modifications, you could have your infrastructure ready to mine the gold.
Yep.
Right away, because all the infrastructure is in place from when you were mining nickel.
Yeah, we inherited 5 kilometers worth of ramp system, which is literally sitting at the top of the gold structures.
Well,
so
I
that
wish
was one
I
of the
could
key
inherit
things.
something like that. Interesting. Okay, so then what is the immediate sort of agenda in terms of exploration?
Yeah, there's going to be 2 key focuses. One is obviously continuing to mine in the area that we found the 24,000 ounces. The nature of these deposits is you're not going to hit it every time, but we expect to be able to find more ounces as we go forward, and that'll provide the cash we need to continue the exploration. And then the second big thrust will be drill.
Have you conducted any metallurgical studies?
Oh, the nice thing is, again, we've been mining this for a while, and we've run it through.
Oh, you've already been mining the gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've been processing it at several different mills. So 92 to 94% recovery depending on the mill.
And what's your cash cost of production?
Well, I mean, on this stuff, I mean, we'll see where the quarter ends. It'll be very,
How much
very
does it
low.
cost to go like this?
Well, literally, I mean, of that the tons we mined, they'll
Yeah.
end up grading probably over 100 ounces a ton. And most of that gold came from just over a ton of material that was hand-picked. So you're looking at, what we shipped to the Perth Mint directly, it was direct ship gold ore,
Right.
was 40 to 50% gold.
Wow, that's fascinating. So we can expect a very low cost of,
Yes.
of production in that respect. Okay, so then what is happening right now on site and what's happening in the weeks ahead?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, again, once you get the lens right, in terms of how the structures are there, you start looking back at various pieces of data, which may not have looked connected before, but now you can start to connect the dots. And so, the release this week was sort of the, one of those connect the dots. There's, more dots to come in terms of being able to understand, where these structures are sitting. And as I said, we're going to continue to mine in that area, and so we'll just mine in that area, and then on our A zone and western flank structures, we're going to mobilize. We've got one drill coming next week, and we'll continue to add drills through the fourth quarter, and it'll be just a matter of drilling these structures off to build out the resource. So. We're quite excited. We've always believed this mine had a lot of exploration potential. We had trouble raising the capital to be able to explore it properly. We obviously now have,
Sure,
have
as
that
much as
capital
you
coming
need.
in. Exactly.
Now you're self-capitalizing.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what is it? I mean, how many shares do you have outstanding right now?
Right now, we're about total dilute is about 480.
480 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not exactly a lean, mean machine.
No.
And how many of those shareholders are sort of legacy from the nickel mining days?
Yeah, so we've got sort of one core shareholder group that is about 25 to 30% of the story.
Would that be Mr. Sprott?
No, there's no one individual in that group.
Okay.
There's over 9.9, and then Sprott reported earlier last week that he was up over 10%. So.
Wow. Okay, so he's accumulating. Interesting. So I mean, it seems almost a silly question. What are the catalysts for the next 12 months? It's like find more gold, obviously.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with too many cannabis guys.
Right.
I got to look for catalysts that imply value.
Right.
This is just a matter of finding more value.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's leave it there, Mark. That was an excellent interview. We'll come back to you in a quarter's time if you have time,
Yeah.
and you can show me more of these beautiful gold rocks.
That'd be great. Yeah, and hopefully we'll have lots of bright, shiny rocks to show you.
Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.